Hello everyone, welcome to Om Shanti Healing. In this video, I'm going to satisfy a request that I had on my YouTube channel to demonstrate shoulder stand. So here's a picture of shoulder stand. And Sanskrit is Sarvangasana. So you can see that she's pretty vertical and she has her upper arms, backs of her upper arms on the floor, and her elbows are tucked. Do you see how her alignment is stacked where her ankles are over the knees, over the hips, over the shoulders? And the spine is as straight as you can get it to be. And it doesn't have to be perfectly aligned like this. This is a difficult one to get into. So you just do your best. There it can be a little bit of an angle in the spine if you can't quite get your hips over your shoulders. But as you can see in this photo, this is a full body asana. So we need to engage a lot of muscles in the body to create this movement. So the way we start is on our back. We kick the legs up into the air, and then we tuck those hands in at the tailbone around the sacrum area, and we walk the elbows into our sides. And I'll be demoing this here in just a moment, but this one is often done as a cool down posture at the end of class because your body has to be very warm to comfortably maneuver into this one. And sometimes the feet go to the floor over the crown of the head, okay, moving into a plow pose. So I can demonstrate that as well. But notice on her head, most importantly, her gaze is up. Do you see that? So she's not looking over to the left or to the right. Her neck is in a safe alignment because this does put some pressure on the neck. But as you can clearly see, if you have a tight neck, this is a really good one to stretch the neck out, right? Presses into the back of the skull a little bit, stretches on the neck and down the upper back between those shoulder blades a little bit. So we have full body engagement. The core is working, right? The upper back muscles are working to bring those arms in. The lower back is working to stabilize. The hip muscles are very much engaged to keep the legs upright and together, as well as all the way around the thigh to hold those legs stable in an upright inverted position. So this pose is good for circulation. If you have cold feet all the time, or you get tingling or numbing, or if your feet fall asleep quickly, this is a great one to recirculate fresh blood flow through your heart. So the heart can clean the blood and recirculate it through the body. So typically we're the opposite of this one, right? So our feet are on the ground and our head is above the heart. And it's hard for the heart to pump blood from the lower extremities back up through the heart, right? Because gravity is at work bringing it downward. So it clearly does circulate, but not to the full effectiveness that it could if you gave your body a chance to do a little of this and let the blood kind of flow out of the legs a little bit to the point of cold feet, and then let your blood recirculate through the body, and then when you bring your legs back down, you get a fresh flow of clean, oxygenated blood. So let's try this one on the floor. So all you're gonna really need is a mat. Let's begin on our back with knees bent and feet on the floor. So we'll bring our arms also to our sides. And when we bring our feet up and over the head, we simply kick off the floor. So you can kick off of one foot if you would like, or you can use your core and your thigh muscles all the way around to bring those legs up and off the ground. So here we go. Legs up. We peel up all the way to the back of the shoulder, and then I'm going to place my hands right on either side of my lower back. Walking my elbows in, I get a good base at the backs of my upper arms and the back of my head, creating like a sense of being in a tripod. And then I see my feet forward, so I'm going to bring them back over my hips, and you'll feel more weight shift into the backs of the upper arms when you do this. And you just simply walk it up the spine to find the depth that you're looking for. And you can even, if you can get up low enough on your back, you can hook your thumbs into the top part of the pelvic bone and hold yourself stable that way. Okay, so we keep our gaze looking up. Now, plow pose is when we bring our feet to the floor over the crown of our head. This one is great for neck stretching. We can feel it in our hamstrings, opens up the whole spine. Okay, back up to the top. And bicycle legs, we could do a little movement with the legs. Okay, you can do a scissor leg while we're here, where one comes to the floor and one stays up. And then we switch. Back up to the top, bring your feet together, and come down. So you can do variations of things with the legs while you're hanging out here, crisscross, whatever feels cool, hanging out. Then when you're ready to come out, if you need assistance to come out of your plow, you place your hands, keep them on your lower back, hinge at your hip and bend your knees, and come out nice and slow. And there we go. So that is shoulder stand, Sarvangasana. We threw a little plow pose in there, and we did some variations with the legs. Okay? The most important thing to remember when you're trying this one is to stabilize the shoulder girdle and keep your neck in a straight alignment. Okay? So you can hang out there for as long as you need to. Just be aware of blood circulation, right? So we take that blood circulation and we flush the legs, if you will. So we're cleansing through the legs, letting all that blood recirculate through the heart and come back into the legs once the legs are down. Another variation of this one, wasn't planning on showing this one, but we can do it. Envision this as a wall, okay? Or your headboard when you're sleeping at night, okay? You can come up to your headboard or a wall and just rest with your legs up, like so. To get the circulatory effects of having our legs up the wall, this one feels really good, and it's actually quite relaxing. And then you don't have the complication of your hips over your shoulders and so forth, and this is quite a bit easier for you. So if you're new to yoga, never tried Sarvangasana before, this might be a good just modification to just feel it out. And then you can maybe put a block under your hip and lift up a little bit, or you have a block underneath and you just lift yourself up a little bit and hold it there with legs up the wall. You can be creative with it and modify accordingly to what your body is comfortable doing. Okay? All right. Thank you guys for watching. Have a lovely week.